All right. Trying to get the hang of how this is going to work. I think I figured out how my audio has to be set up for hearing everything and such. So I'm excited. I think I got it figured out. M2K, what's up? I think I stayed up a little. I stayed up a little bit after my stream on Friday night, and I think I got it figured out. So I'm pretty stoked about it. I now can hear everything. I can hear all the different kinds of alerts, and such. I gotta figure that out though, because you guys could hear that, couldn't you? That notification there. So I think I can, yeah, I can hear all that stuff, and I can change it in different ways. So apparently, before I get started talking about further things tonight, apparently on here, you just, over here on the master sections, so my A1 and A2 are my headphones and my speakers. And that's like right here, this is A1. So me changing this is how loud I hear it. It doesn't change anything for you, for the stream or anything like that. A2, this one, is if I turned on my speakers, this is the mix I would hear. And then here, B1, that is the direct output. This, I found out, this is the feed that I send directly into the voice meter output audio capture in OBS, so that I can do all of the mixing here, and then that mix be what sends straight into OBS. What I had tried to do, and what I did have set up, unfortunately, was I had the audio, or yeah, I had the individual audio set up for each one, and it would not monitor it back so I could hear it. Anyway, so I had to stop each individual one from doing that and set it up this way. So, yay. So now any extensions and stuff should come through the proper channel. I'm not sure how loud they're going to be, but they should come through the proper channel. So tonight we're going to be spending a little bit of time trying to make sure, or trying to test out different extensions on here on Twitch. Last week we spent some time looking through, we visited through some YouTube videos, as well as looked through some ourselves and added them, took them away, the whole mixture. And so with that, we were able to get a feel for, okay, these are ones that we should look at. And so I have right here on Twitch, I have them here to be able to look through a little bit and kind of see what are the best ones to be set up. Yeah, go from there. I'm just gonna start talking about it. I'm just gonna start trying to figure this out. It's Monday night workshop. We gotta workshop things. And in the process, chat, I'm gonna the title. What are your favorite extensions? There we go. And I'm just gonna pin that. I'm just gonna pin that. But like crowd control, that one I have the app for, and it's important to keep that one so that way we can come back to it whenever we want to use it. Definitely like what this one can be. I'd like to plan some more consistency with it. I'm gonna open it up just to see if anything really has changed at all, or maybe you know what, it probably needs an update. Let me pull this off here. app update available. Starting download. Yep. As I was afraid of after I opened it, I was like, oh crap. But I guess we'll go from there. I don't have favorite extensions. I don't pay too close to attention to the extensions. That's all right. You don't have to. You don't have to. I'm just trying to figure out what extensions create the best experiences. Whether it's they are the most effective to have like on the stream screen, or most effective or most enjoyed for people to be able to use, all those kind of things. That's what I want to figure out so we can have the best setup and experience and approach. I just did this. What do you mean? Log in with Twitch. I've already done this. There it goes. There it goes. Now the issue is like the games. If I go, this is the issue with crowd control. So crowd control, unless you've set up, and the other thing is situational use too. So M2K, like the idea of like situational use is huge. If we do a crowd control stream or whatever, people might use it because we do it that stream, but it's not something that's always available. You know, that kind of stuff. But so there are some of these that maybe I could look more into, kind of thing. But the issue is there's some of them, and I forget how to be able to tell. Oh, it's just when they say early access. If they say early access, it means that you have to have the Pro edition. But dude, I've never played Fallout 4. I have it downloaded on my Xbox to play. Maybe we should do that with crowd control. My first ever experience, and you guys would screw it up. I know it. But there are actually more games. Red Dead Redemption 2, I've never played through the, I hear it's one of the best ever. So there's a lot that I should do, if I'm honest. But if I look through here, yeah, there's only, we've done a lot of only up. We were gonna do some Minecraft at one point, but I didn't have the right one downloaded. And I wasn't sure how it worked with stuff. Dude, Donkey Kong Country, that was my childhood right there. Donkey Kong Country, bro. But some of these I could actually play and prioritize accordingly. I'm gonna make a note to myself because that's something I want to keep in mind. Especially as we're talking about like what extensions and stuff to be able to use on the stream. If I can plan specific streams and have crowd control as a part of things, then I could plan out specific streams and do specific games to be able to use that every now and again. You know what I'm saying? Crowd control to me is not a all the time kind of thing. It's a fun make Delcree frustrated kind of situation. Why do I find that fun? I don't know. It's good content. It's good content. I'm gonna rate that maybe a line. And that also, like, stuff like this allows me, like, I tell you what, sometimes I don't know about anybody else, but you get into the place of like, okay, what game do I want to play? I have all these games that I've never played that I want to play. How do I decide? And that's a way to help decide, because if I know that we can do some sort of fun kind of approach to it and do it through like something like crowd control, beautiful. What's What's going on in my Steam? Steam is open for some reason. There's an update for Card Game Simulator, Card Shop Simulator. I haven't touched that in a little bit, but you can get you can now do shop decoration and customization. Back in January, they did it to where you can do real life accessories. You can sell them. Yeah, there's definitely been some updates. Definitely been some updates that I have not paid attention to. I haven't played Card Game Simulator in a while. Maybe I do something fun with it on this coming Friday before we finish out. Yeah, before we finish out Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. So, all right. So looking at crowd control, that one's going to sit. That one's sitting right now as a what's the word called? Why is that over there still? I don't know how the music is for you guys, but it looks, according to my levels, it looks good. I'm just gonna turn it down to my ears a little bit. But yeah, that might be a play. That might be something to do. Haven't played Card Shop Simulator in a minute. A fluffy rocking chair for your good grades? Let's go. A fluffy rocking chair. What color? What color? We all have a favorite color. Is it gonna be like a big purple fluffy one or a big pink fluffy one? You gotta go with like a big, like a burnt orange. Oh yeah, like an autumn orange. All right, so Loot Goblin. Wait, so which way should we look at this first? Let's look at Blurp. We need to look more at light blue. All right. Is it like a pastel? Or, you know, what kind of light blue are we talking here? Light blue, good color. If it's pastel, that's a nice little like neutral kind of look too. I have Blurp up over here, but I'm curious, like, actually, you know, I was gonna go to YouTube, but and like get a look for it, get some thoughts on it, but I might as well just go here. If I go to, let's look at Discover. Those are trending blurps. I don't want that. I just want to look at top. Okay, so this is mainly memes and stuff. So if I go to here to my dashboard, I've got the universal meme sound library, enabled currencies with Twitch bits, blurp beats, and blurp channel points. Those are ways to be able to make those available. The meme sound library, and then I don't have walk on, but that'd be great. That's where top fans can have their personal, they can have personal blurps. It can be made available to subscribers or to people that I handpick. Appropriate viewers can also submit walk-on sounds for approval. So that's kind of like, I think of like baseball games, to where you would have a walk-on song, and when you come into chat, you can play your walk-on song or something like that as a, like, from Blurp. Dude, that's dope. It's like announcing your presence but with a specific song. Love it. It is pastel. There you go. Nice. I like those soft colors. You get your like pastel light blues, the pastel like coral kind of look, that soft coral peachish kind of look. You get ones like that. Those are really like aesthetically pleasing to the eyes. I don't know about a coral, like a pastel pink for a pastel coral one for a chair, but a pastel purple, which more like a light lavender. That's a really pretty color. Yeah, it's hard to do. For me, it's a pastel green is just like egg for Easter. It just doesn't look. I don't really like that color. But the blue is nice as a pastel. So here we got Twitch channel points, so I could set that up if I wanted to. Enable media share. So they have a media share capability where viewers can send Twitch clips, Instagram Reels, TikToks, Twitter, and YouTube Shorts and long form URLs to my stream. Oh, wow. Okay. Whoa. This is what the settings look like here. Okay. So is that, there's chatbot messages, there's text to speech, is that it? Is that what I'm understanding? It's just, yeah, sounds, text to speech, audio, and meme video. That's what it is, basically. Okay. So that gives us kind of a comprehension of what blurp is. My question is, like, what's the differentiation between blurp and, like, Tangia? Like, Tangia is also, that's also what Tangia is, right? Am I understanding this correctly? Yeah, you can set up triggers and stuff like that for alerts. Media share. So in my opinion, are we like I don't know that I should have both blurp and Tangia, because remember, one of the things I'm trying to do too is I'm trying to cut down on like how much of my how much this affects my computer, my CPU usage and stuff like that while using OBS, and also just to streamline what I'm using. So do I use blurp or Tangia? That's what let's look that up real quick. Let's do this. Tangia versus blurp. And let's see what people have to say if they've done that kind of thing. Well, this one, Thumb Tacos, is talking highly about Tangia. I've heard a lot about both, blurp and Tangia, but the fact that there's no competition, there's no video out here that talks literally about like them versus each other, it makes me think that I'm misunderstanding something. What if I did this? Tangia competitor. See if I get something about the best and easiest extension. Nope, these are all that way. Let's do the same thing with blurp. Blurp competitor. And then there's sound alerts. Like that's the thing, is I don't know like what is the best one to use. Let's just type them all in here and see what comes up. Sound alerts with blurp. They're saying Tangia. Well, let's see. Let's see what he says. Let's pause the music. Pause the music. Let's see what. Well, the fact that I am muted.
Interesting with Tangia. I tested this out last night. It was a ton of fun. My chat absolutely loved it. This is a huge engagement tool for live streamers, especially if you're just starting out. This is going to open up the door for so many brand new streamers to the platform. And if you are a streamer and you want something new and fresh, Tangia is pretty sweet. I tested it out last night. My viewers had a ton of fun. It's super Google and you search Tangia. You're going to see the link in a second. And if you notice below, what you have is just an absolute whole black screen over my entire live stream. Borat come out and lay on my stream. There's tons of stuff, but the other cool thing is also the voice reading. When a celebrity or the Arby's voice comes out and reads a prompt that somebody in your chat types up. These are really unique interactions for us. And if you communicate to your audience that, hey, I just turned it off because now we're doing this, this, or this, that's totally fine. You get to control what you want. So they take 10 cents. That's what I'm seeing watching a Harris Heller video. So shout out to Harris, is insane. If you click on TTS Studio at the top, it's going to bring you to create a hyper-realistic custom TTS model of your own voice in 5 minutes. That is insane. But also, I'm not gonna do this yet because you guys can use it because it's so easy to set up, and because it is a browser source. I wanted to test it out on Facebook because if you YouTube account as a browser, the videos when I was live. Now this is something that I would even suspect that the owner of Tangio would be a little questioning about. I had my dashboard open, and no matter what donation I got, so whether it was through Tangia or through super chats or through stars on Facebook, I could just randomly scroll through that massive list. Don't forget, they have a massive list.
Okay, he goes on to talk about that with Facebook and stuff. It doesn't, I mean, again, it just seems like it's just audio and stuff. But if I look at, that's how to set up sound alerts. Let's see this here. The best thing to happen. It's
the best streamers in the world are the ones that make their viewers feel important and appreciated. So we've been thinking a lot about how to give streamers more ways to let their top fans shine. And that's when we had the idea for Blurp walk-on sounds. With walk-on, top subs can play a walk-on sound that plays when they join your stream, which not only increases engagement and makes your viewers feel important, but it also creates amazing moments like this.
Hey.
Hello there.
Platok, welcome in. It is lovely to see you. Hello there.
Okay. I mean, I do like that idea. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's definitely a huge, that's a huge reason like why I would do Blurp, just because I really do enjoy that idea of giving, like, it's for subscribers specifically, subscribers and or like VIPs or something like that. It'd be a perk to be like, you can announce when you come in anytime you come in with your walk-on sound. Zach, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Appreciate your prayers, man. You think Blurp is better, M2K? Well, I looked at a thing there about Blurp, and well, that specifically was just a Blurp walk-on sounds. I know that Blurp you can do quite a bit, and you can set it up with channel points and stuff like that, or you can do it with, is it Blurp Beats? Is that what this one was? But you can do different memes and sounds and stuff like that. I know there's a ton of different pieces. There's an affiliate program too, but there's also did that not play? I'm having issues. There we go. The Tangia one, you have jump scares and stuff like that. Can you do, I mean, you can do that though too with I just wish there was something that was more straightforward. Yeah, because you can do the moist critical jump scare here on Blurp as well. So it's just like I'm just confused as to, let me not be on YouTube and just like, is Blurp or Tangia better? Tangia offers more features and versatility than Blurp, including AI-powered interactions, visual elements, and community features like charity mode and hype parties, while Blurp focuses primarily on audio alerts and interactions. So Blurp is primarily, from what I understand, it's primarily a counter to, not stream alerts, to sound. What's that one called? Is it just? I forget what that one's called off the top of my head. Sound something. Sound alerts. That's all it is. It's just sound alerts, right? It's just a better version of sound alerts. Lumia, but Lumia, isn't that related to like if you had smart lights and stuff like that? I don't have that. I don't have that capability. Tangia offers a wider range of features, AI conversations, visual elements, community features, and it enables viewers to interact with AI characters on stream. Includes charity mode and hype parties to foster community engagement. It works with any streaming software. To blurb or not to blurb? That is the question. If you do use blurb, make sure you don't use their curated library. It's full of not great stuff. So here's the custom bits redeems inside of the channel point system. Currently it's just power-ups, but eventually will be custom sounds you can add. Until then, you need to use third-party extensions or set up a bot that does alerts. Okay. So if there, I mean, if the plan, this was 7 months ago, but if there's going to be custom bits redeems straight through Twitch's thing, then I don't want to spend too much time like trying to set up anything. It does so much more than lights. Gotcha. Is that one? Is that another extension? Because we're looking just at extensions. Just at extensions. Let me look here. Lumia. Lumia. Let's just install it. Streamer is offline. No, I'm not. I'm right here. Let me configure. It's probably going to make me. I have to activate it. Check back soon. Configure. It's not letting me do anything. How do you even do anything with it? Change your smart lights and devices on your stream to morph your room in real time. Trigger colors, animations, reactions for new followers, sub or bits, and more. Yeah, so this sounds like stuff that I already have the capability of, though. And I don't feel like it's something that requires me to do something different. A whole app. Yeah, I've heard of it. There's lumiastream.com. I just don't know. First of all, it's not even working. Like, it doesn't let me scroll down to be able to do anything. So let me uninstall it again. Because I at least was going to look at it. Install. Activate. Oh, you can't activate. Oh, so you can't go, you can't get to it from here is the issue. You have to actually go to Lumia Stream, in which you would have to download for free. The free one, you have Lumia Stream overlays, a default chatbot, limited chat commands. You would have different alerts, Twitch point commands, Twitch extension commands, yeah, virtual lights, multi-streaming support. So you would have reactions and scenes and manage lights. So I mean, this one, I mean, it sounds like you could, if you gave this your focus to be your bot or to be your thing, you could. But I just think it's good. It's not going to work out for me. Looking at the pieces there and what other stuff we've already implemented into the streams before. So I like how you're trying to figure this out, and I'm just jamming the music. Hey, love it. It's called co-working, right? So I just knocked that one out of there because we got a whole slew of these to look at. But like Blurp and Tangia have been two that have been used heavily by the chat, and so that was my curiosity, is like, okay, do I keep both of them? Do we prioritize? It sounds like Tangia can do more, but I'm not sure. The question, I'll be honest with you, like, one of the things for me is the simplicity and stuff, and I feel like Tangia feels more, I don't know, it doesn't feel like as smooth of as a user face. And so really the question comes, do I like do I just say, hey, Blurp is my thing, or Tangia? I don't know. I'll have to look at that, but those seem to be the closest of that kind of extension. Looking through the rest of these extensions, I don't think there's one that compare. I mean, there's sound alerts. We used sound alerts way back, but when I open it up, when I opened it up, like there's a lot of limitation, if I remember correctly, from sound alerts. Like it was very limited on, limit. You had up to 30 alerts that you could do, and you had up to 10 from channel points. Yeah. So, hey, PT Stress, how we doing? How you doing? I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've talked to your wonderful face. For some reason, my bot is not updating. Usually, it shows me a list of people who are here chilling, and it's not updating. It's not updating at all. But we talking about Lumia? Well, Zach had mentioned Lumia. I was just, so here on Monday nights, I've been trying to do, we take an hour to where I'm trying to do, I jokingly call it like Monday workshop. And the idea is just looking at taking that hour every week. And you know how when you move, it sucks. And most people, like when they actually get unpacked, it's not until like 2 years later. But if you approach it in the aspect of one box at a time, you just unpack one box this night or one box this week or whatever. It before you know it, you're done. So I'm trying to take an hour a week and just knock off little pieces that I just have never find the time to do when it comes to bettering stream or content. And so just looking at different extensions last week and this week. Last week we looked at a bunch of them that were recommended. This week I'm actually last week I looked at adding them through discovery and stuff, and so we have a list of them here of potential ones to be using, and tonight it's just kind of like comparing and just looking at realistically what are the answers, what are the ones we want. And so Zach had mentioned about Lumia, and I had glanced at it, but I've never really had a connection into Lumia, so I can see how it could be an enjoyable thing, but like we've had connection into like Blurp and Tangia. And so, like, the community here already has, and so if that's what people have already connected into, I kind of want to keep some of that connection. I also have and maybe some of it is I don't have a true full comprehension of what Lumia is. That's probably more so the case of it. In comparison, as unbiased as possible as you guys can. Okay, as unbiased as possible. How, like, I don't know if you guys have experience with some of these other ones, with Blurp, with Tangia, with sound alerts. I don't think I'm going to do sound alerts. That's the one I used to have a long time ago, and I just feel like I can more beneficially use ones like Blurp and Tangia and stuff like that. Sound alerts, you're very limited. Rather limited, and so I wasn't sure if you guys had any experience with any of those, and then as unbiased as possible how Lumia compares to those. But love Blurp, and I also use sound alerts and attach them to Trigger Fire for some cool stuff. Trigger Fire, I remember, Zach, Hilly, what's up, man? How you doing tonight? You may have mentioned to me before about Trigger Fire. I swear I recognize that name. I just never got, I think I had added it somewhere. like on a like look at these, look at this list, and it just got lost in in a mixture of those kind of lists. I mean, because I tell you what, guys, there's so many, there are so many, and that's what makes this kind of thing difficult. In trying to decide these, and trying to figure out how to like which ones I want and how to best fit it on the stream or into streaming. But I have one thing set up in there for 300 bits, and that's it. Oh, really? Use Lumia for your lighting changes through channel points and not so much on the monetization side. Yeah, so I don't have any lighting capability really. I kind of, if you don't mind, lay out for me. I saw the mention from them, the word digital lights. What is that? How does that work with a stream? Like, obviously I understand digital lights, so it's talking about lights in the digital realm, but what does that mean? What does that look like? Love blurb. Use it. You had said that. So you use blurb and sound alerts. Really? Really? You can make things pop up on screen by attaching to commands or keywords in chat. I have a tornado on my cam frame that changes with your lights. Golly, see some of this, man. I don't know if it's just like I just feel overwhelmed by the thought of like I'm the kind of guy that like if I go to a restaurant, all right, and I get a menu in front of me, if there's too much in the menu, I literally am I can be sit there looking over it. It's rare that I'll just be like, yep, I know what I want. It's more likely that the waitress or waiter comes back and my wife is just like, and I ask my wife, like, are you ready? Or whoever we're with, you guys ready? And I'll say, come to me last. And then I'll hear what everybody else is getting. And then I'll just kind of pull the trigger on something. Like, I can't decide when there's too many options. I can't do it. I can't do it. So that's the frustrating thing is I'm looking at these. I'm like, does Blurp have the cable? That's the other thing is like, okay, so PT, Zach, some of the others, some of these have been some of the understanding as to why I'm even doing this too is one, I want to have an effect. I want to actually effectively use extensions. I want to effectively use extensions rather than just like, oh, these are cool ideas and never do anything with them. Two, OBS and my current computer setup and such, with all of the different extensions that I have had activated as browser sources and such, like it's run heavy and it slogs, man. It slogs. And so I'm trying to also I'm trying to effectively use extensions that I'm going to be using and the community will want to use. I'm also looking to streamline. Like I don't want to have 15 different extensions. I want to streamline. So yeah, that's what's making this real difficult. That's really what's making this so difficult. When I go to a Mexican place, I just pick a random number between 1 and 98. It's all the same, just looks different. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Oh, Hilly. All right. So one of the things I know I need to get back working, and this is going to be one of those Monday night workshop things, is I need to work on my Stream Deck so I can be pressing the buttons to be able to get switches like that rather than trusting my mouse, because that is far harder than it would be just to be able to click the button. I have the device, why not? So you love the walk-ons feature of Blurb. So PT, that's exactly what I was talking about a little bit before you hopped in. That's one of the pieces that I'm actually like, bro, I want that. I want that. But does Blurp have the ability of sound alerts? That's my question. Because if Blurp has the ability of sound alerts, why would I have both? Know what I'm saying? If I have the ability to create the alert buttons and the sound alerts, and like there's a blurb extension box, right? What? I mean, can anybody answer that for me? Does Blurp have the same have the sound alerts capabilities, or am I missing something there? It does. I just didn't go away from my sound alerts that were already set up, but I might slowly navigate away. Okay. So I first of all appreciate you sharing that, because if I'm looking to actually set something up, then that's exactly the thought. Why would I set up two different things when I can set up one? You know what I'm saying? So why am I saying that? Know what I'm saying? Yeah. Know what I'm saying? Random, has anyone seen the USS Indianapolis Men of Courage, and is it good? Is that the movie with Ben Affleck and oh, this. Oh no, I was thinking of the wrong one. It has a 5.3 out of 10 on IMDb. I'm just saying. So yeah. The channel point side of sound alerts is nice. Well, see, this is the thing. Blurp. Boom. Twitch channel points. Create up to 50 sound-enabled rewards. Make your own or choose from the Blurp library. You must be a Twitch affiliate or partner to use them. I'm a Twitch affiliate. Boom. Gathering your rewards. Okay, do later. So you can do it. Okay. So that answers that. For me, I used to have sound alerts. I didn't do a ton with it. And so like did I do? Oh my goodness. I forgot some of these guys. Oh boy. I forgot some of these. Check. Let's listen. Okay, I don't remember that one. Why is there a Delcary snort? I didn't create that one. What the heck? What am I opening myself to? What am I? Could you guys hear that, by the way? Oh yeah, you could hear that. Okay. Blurp allows you to filter so you can keep the sounds within your rating of stream. Bro, right there. That's huge. That's huge.
You have to ask me correctly.
What? I don't remember making that like that. I mean, I know what that clip is. That was when I was telling a story about how my wife and I started dating. And I had asked her after we had spent a bunch of time together about, like, does this mean we're boyfriend and girlfriend? And she gave me some attitude response and was just like, you have to ask me correctly. And I know that's what that's from. But I don't remember making it like the Mick Mouse. This is Sparta! I remember that one. That was from drop kicking somebody off the top of a building in Apex. I remember that one. So some of these, I think I probably still have the files on my computer, though. If not, I have the VODs. So, like, it's not like I'm missing something if I weren't to use this anymore. And I could probably download them if I needed it anyway. That was from the tacos, right, Zach? You recognize that one. Whose boogers are these? These are super loud. I apologize, everybody. Whose boogers are these? That was when I did the, you guys know the, oh my goodness. The bean, the magic beans. What are they called? Bean Boozled. That was from Bean Boozled, and I ate the one that was supposed to be boogers, and I was just like, I have never like, whose boogers are these? Because what? It was funny, okay? It was funny. I don't care who you are. Yep. That one right there, and then Minecraft. Yep. Okay. So I don't, it's not like I ever spent a ton of time with that. So I think that I would be comfortable. Community, are we in concurrence that I could eliminate from our list? I could eliminate sound alerts. Uninstall. Boom. Done. Done. Oh, yeah. You remember that one. I do want to give forewarning. I don't have something set up on my stream, but there are to control the ability of pre-roll ads and stuff on this channel. There is a schedule that happens, and so there are ads that will be playing in like 30 seconds. So I apologize to anybody who will be hit by that, but anybody else who is a streamer, you know the pain that it is to have to try and figure that out and deal with it. But I thought I'd give a fair warning. Twitch Turbo for the W. Let's go. Let's go. So Blurp, I think though, Blurp and Tangia, I gotta figure out more of that. But one of the biggest things for me about Blurp, if I'm honest, and this might be something for somebody else who's processing through this as well, is like Blurp to me is such a, yeah, it's a weekly, like the 5 is a weekly goal. Hilly. So, and it's Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. So the Blurp, I feel like is such a smoother interface. Whereas Tangia, I'm trying to think of what it reminds me of, but Tangia feels very like, I don't know, it feels engineer versus something else. But does this make sense to anybody else other than me? Like I don't know how to describe it, but it feels like engineer style. Like it's very boxy and like not a smoother, more aesthetically pleasing user face. Whereas like this one, it just feels a lot more aesthetically pleasing and such. I don't know. Somebody please tell me I'm not crazy. All right? Somebody type in chat right now. Say, I get it. Please, somebody. All right. Now, one of the ones I know we've had for a while, I just got to get this one out of the way, is viewer attack. This one, I think we're going to keep that one. Viewer attack has been around for a little bit for us. If you're crazy, Unk. I agree. I appreciate it, guys. You literally never use viewer attack. Well, like I know specific, at least 2 people, right, that come to mind. A Red, who's not here right now, but I know he is consistently somebody who always goes and, oh, Hilly, you're the other one I was thinking of. You guys love to be able to throw your tomatoes at me. So, so that is something that's nice about that. And it's its own thing because, yep, exactly. So, and there is a bits goal. If I go back here to main, why is that out of sight? How dare you? But it has like the bits goal. Actually, can I make this easier on myself? I'm just gonna go to right click, go to transform, and then I'm going to go fit to screen. That didn't fit to screen. That wasn't. You suck at this. You know that? You know that, OBS? You suck at this. Trash. Garbage. Stretch to screen. Now you're off the. Okay, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I'm a perfectionist. You have to do this right. It has to be in the right spot. Anyway, so here I am yelling at my computer. Is there black on the side of my screen right now? Like, are you guys getting like a trimmed version? Are you guys getting a trimmed version right now? No. I'm gonna be so irritated if this, like, what happened? Looks normal to me. It doesn't cut off on the edges or anything. Okay. All right. I don't know. Anybody else have issues with this? Like, OBS, when I'm looking at my what do you call it, preview screen here, and like as I'm trying to, when you have things layered on it, I can't tell like which spot is the edge of the actual screen versus like the black part that then is. It messes with me. It messes with me. I've been having issues. I gotta be honest with you guys. I've been having issues with my eyes. This has actually been maybe a little bit of a prayer request. Like it's been something. I mean, I'm dealing with. It's life. I'm getting older, guys. But one of the things I've noticed is just I've been having more frustration and more irritation with like even being able to better comprehend and see and grasp things. And I just recently had an eye doctor appointment, and these are newer glasses and stuff, like, but there's just something about, I was trying to explain it to my wife, and I was just saying to her, like, I can't put it into words. I cannot put it into words that there's something. When you live with your eyes for 32 years, you're like, you know when something's different. And that's exactly how it has been. So I don't know if it's anything of concern or not, but it's definitely something that's just like, just throwing it out there for anybody who's a prayer warrior. Appreciate you. But it messes with me. But the viewer attack one for now, in the grand scheme of things, we're going to keep. And the Prime Gaming benefits reminder, that's one I like to have on. Speaking of, if you got a Prime, hey, can anybody do me a favor? Exclamation point. I want to see if this command still works. I created this like within the first 3 months of becoming an affiliate or something like that. I think it's like exclamation point. It might be exclamation point Prime. Or exclamation point Legend, maybe? I want to see if this still works. What? No! I was just kidding. Gotcha. I'm just kidding. Let me look here. I gotta go into it now. Oh wait. I got it up over here. Let me look at commands. Why doesn't that work? Maybe I gave you guys the wrong command. I used to love this thing. It should be Legend. It should be under Legend. Everyone has the capability with the command Legend. Why is it not working? Wow. I'm a little bit annoyed because it's oh, you know what? Something must be up in general, because like I said to you guys, my it shows me like viewers in chat, and that has not updated. So I'm curious if I'm having issues. I'm curious if there's yeah, something's up. Something's not working right. That would explain it. That would explain it. So I'll just copy and paste from the command just for you guys, because I'm not going to leave you hanging like that. But I created this forever ago, and it was it would be exclamation point Legend. Oh no, it's not that kind. It's I would have to contact the creator of it. Yeah, wait, let me look at settings here. Yeah, I'd have to create the because I just relogged back in and stuff, so I'd have to contact and be like, hey, did you like is there a recent update or something? Because it's only to a handful of people, so I say handful, but it's a big handful, but it's not just like a public bot. So this is what would come up if you did exclamation point Legend. Star Wars fans, you're welcome. I can't tell you how much time I lost creating this. And then after you would do that, you would hit exclamation point more Legend, and this is what would come up. Shadeless, how we doing, brother? How are we doing? So I think the Prime gaming benefits. Use that Prime if you haven't already. Appreciate every one of you. I see some blue crowns. You know, no pressure. No pressure at all. Like I said, it's whatever. If you have a Twitch Prime and you're not using it somewhere, make sure you are here. All right. I don't get to use those like Zoom and the Zoomies a lot, man. I just created them like a week or two ago. Oh, love it. I've missed streaming. I really have. For anybody who's in here tonight, this is only the start of, I think this is the start of my 4th week back. I know, right, Shade? Right, Shade? Oh man. But just trying to see. Oh, so we got viewer attack. I think we keep. If you haven't checked that out, this over here, I was talking about this. Oh, yeah, you know what? I ADHD'd. We were talking about this when I got lost in a whole bunch of other bunny trails. But the viewer attack, if you don't know how it works, there's an extension that you can get a tomato, you can get a ninja star, you can get a pile of poop, and you can throw it at me on the screen. And actually, when people use bits to do that, once 1,000 bits goal is reached, it's a free-for-all for 60 seconds where people can just start grabbing up and chucking stuff. That's how that works, and it's been fun, a little bit here, a little bit there by different people in the community. So we'll keep that one around. So let's look at some of these other ones as we're continuing our exploration of understanding extensions, the best extensions according to people here on Twitch. So crowd control, that was the first one I talked about. We have crowd control. Man, what is with me tonight? Like, I have nothing against, I understand different people experience stutters in their life, but for some reason, like, I've not had that, and I don't know if I'm like a little puppy dog right now, and I'm just excited that y'all are here, and so then I get into a place of what I don't know why. I don't know why I'm doing that. But anyway, crowd control is one that we have used and people have angered me through, and it's been a fun time for some people. So that's one we keep on the back burner that isn't always active, but when I have certain streams for certain games, we will definitely do that. Here's one we haven't looked at, loot goblins. Does anybody know anything about this one? Loot goblins. In a world of magic and monsters, 4 adventurers go head-to-head as they traverse a massive game board with the goal of slaying the Goblin King. Use the extension to allow your viewers to participate in loot goblins. So this is a cool idea. From what I saw about this is one of multiple game-based extensions that you can have as basically sub-games happening, mini games happening with your community. And so that's one. Does anybody have any experience with this? Has anybody ever seen loot goblins and how that works? I mean, I've seen some loot. I mean, let's take a second. We've all seen some loot goblins. Am I right? And let's be super, super honest with ourselves. We've been loot goblins. Every single one of you. Don't lie. Accept it. You're a sinner in need of saving, just like me. Anyway, so, Illy, I can't tell if you're raising your hand to ask a question. This isn't school. Configure this extension before you go live. Well, how do I configure it without your link to it? That's what I want to know. Loot Goblins extension. Let's see what comes up. Back over here. Is it right here at Grab Labs? Let's check it out. See what it's about. Okay. Select a card. Chat selected a card. Oh, so is this? Wait a minute. For the second season of the popular show. Oh, that's for a show that they do. Oh, okay. That's for a show that they did. Or that they do, I mean. How do you... There we go. Twitch extensions. What? They do a Thursday night football one? That's something to keep in mind since I'm a football guy. As long as it's not just like a gambling app. But let's look here. Loot Goblins 2, it says. Oh, it's just telling you like, okay, should we watch a stream clip?
Can I vote? Okay, the voting has begun, and our contestants at home will surely not vote out of, they will probably.
Okay, the issue with stuff like this is it doesn't really tell you anything. Like, it's not telling me what it is. No, I don't want... Oh my goodness. All right, so you know what this is telling me, chat? When I have issues like this, it must mean that it's not meant to be. We don't need loot goblins, do we? Some of the other game ones that I found was like, there's this one called Pando. This one's not really a game one. This one's more of a virtual pet. I'm not sure how I feel about doing this kind of thing. I don't know if this is me. I don't know if this is me. Chat, what do you guys think? Give me your honest thoughts. If you've been a part of the community for a while or you've interacted with me, does it seem like me to have this kind of thing on my stream? To where it's a community pet that's in like bits? I don't know that this is me. I mean, I like how it greets your community. It can celebrate your new subs, can even play games, add TTS, customize chat alerts, stuff like that. I just don't know that this is... Let's see what configure looks like. Welcome! Let's pull that off just in case. I don't want you guys to see some sensitive info. They got me! Whatever happened to that sound... That meme, the knock, 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 FBI, open up. Anyway, start here. So this is what this looks like, guys. This is what this one looks like. You would choose one of these, and you would give it a personality. Well, I guess you would give it a personality if you subscribed. A generic family-friendly pet. Use preset. Boom. Okay. And so then... I would give instructions to it, and that's how it would interact. I just don't know that... I guess if I'm not sold on it, I shouldn't do it, right? Nothing against people who do this. It's just, I think it's certain people's personality. I don't think this is me. I don't think this extension is me. So I think I might delete this one. Seems like a cool idea for the kind of person who might enjoy that, but we're going to uninstall that one. Boom. All right. I'm looking at the game ones. There's the Pokemon community games. So this one it's a free interactive extension designed to engage your audience and elevate your live gaming moments. Participate in exciting community events, facilitating connectivity and camaraderie. This is one that goes across different. I know it goes between different people's channels. So if anybody has it, like you can keep, like if you catch a Pokemon or whatever, like you can keep it going. But do we play Pokemon? Do we play Pokemon? That's the question. I know. I didn't even realize. Did we just deal with ads? Did we just deal with ads? Is that what just happened? Because I was looking at the Pando one and asking chat the idea of having like a chat pet kind of idea. I was just like, I don't feel like that's me, so I just deleted that one. But the Pokemon community games, I don't know that that's me either. Like I'm not a huge, yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that's something that'd be fun if it's popping up in chat? I don't know. I don't want too much. There's already so many different things I need to clean up when it comes to what's happening in chat of different like pop-ups and stuff like that. Stream avatars, that's one that I've had interest in. I think more than like the Pando thing, this would be more along the lines for me in the way that you have everybody's able to have their own little avatar, but at the same time, I don't know. I have a thing about like clean and minimalist look, so like I don't necessarily like the idea of having these creatures walking over different stuff that I set up, if that makes sense. I don't know. That one I'll hold on to. I'm not going to look at that one too deep tonight. But that one I will hold on to because I did have interest in that. The Pokemon one I think we can get rid of. I don't believe that's really going to be me. Feel free to share if you think otherwise, chat. But rock, paper, bits. What? You literally, you choose somebody to play rock, paper, scissors with, and if you it's the whole chat can play. Viewers use bits to join the game and then get put into a series of single elimination matches until there's only one victor. I thought this could be a cool idea. If a player doesn't choose an attack during the given time, they'll lose that match. All losers become spectators of the player they lost to and can follow them through the game. If the spectated player loses, the spectators will follow the victor. Anyway, all the way until you find out who is the king of Rock, Paper, Bits Arena. I thought that'd be a cool thing to try out. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do we think? I'm all about hearing opinions, hearing thoughts. I'm curious. Configure this extension before you go live. I got you. So it's got to be live. It's got to be before you go live. But then it says this extension doesn't require any configuration. So maybe I just need to have it active. Let me see. Let me activate it. Set as overlay 1. What did that knock out of my overlays? Nothing. I didn't have anything in that spot, did I? Okay. So can you guys see it then? So I was just like, hey, let's just test it out. You know what I'm saying? Let's just test it out. If I click it there, it says add to my channel. It's already a part of my channel. Can anybody do anything with that? Or is it something I have to click somewhere else? Wait a minute. I think I'm looking at the wrong thing. There it is. Okay. So if I were to do select buy-in amount, this is what it looks like. You guys ready? Hold on. This isn't it. This is just the dashboard. This is it right here. I'm just showing you what it looks like on the stream. So I would click like the buy-in amount. So I'll do the lowest 25-bit. If I hit start game, let's see what happens. Start game. Did anything happen? Start game. Did anything happen? Somebody tell me. Did anything happen? Start game. Start game. Not that you see. Oh, bro, that's trippy. That is so trippy. See, but now, because now it's saying that it's available. All right, I gotta shut that out there. That's messing with my eyes, bro. See, it shows it right there. Does it show it for anybody else? I don't know. I don't know how that works, but that might be one for us to test out. I'm gonna hold on to that one for now. You know, that's a chat interacting with each other and competing with each other kind of thing that I like the idea of having. So I'm gonna hold on to that one. The Loot Goblins one, guys, I'm really curious about, but for some reason it's just not. Hey, appreciate you. Tell me to slow down. Take a breath. Take a breath. So, the Loot Goblins one. All right. Uninstall. I'm just uninstalling it if I can't do it. We got so many. We don't need to add that. You know what I'm saying? So the PC build one I thought would be good because what I can do with that actually is... Oh, bro, you can use your Amazon affiliate ID to earn from purchases. You know, my primary PC, boom, and you can just start adding stuff. And then it's all available because, I mean, people ask when conversations come about stuff about like, oh, well, what kind of, like, what do you got? And I can point them to that. Right now, if you go to, come on. If you go to the about, you see it's not updated, but you see this under gear right here, and it just lists everything individually. I really like the idea of having it so it shows you like the PC and you can look at it this way. I really like that. And then it has links and you can link it to if people are interested in certain pieces or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I really like that idea. And it just looks nice. And that doesn't run anything like I had talked earlier about some of the ones like Blurp and Tangia and stuff like that that run and viewer what the heck, viewer attack and stuff like that. They run through like and affect as sources in my OBS while I'm actively streaming. So this one doesn't do that. This one doesn't do that, obviously. So it's not even a concern. So I'm going to hold on to that one. I like it. I like the idea that I just have to set it up. Amazon wish list. That's one where pretty obvious about having the wish list available. Always having a wish list, but also there's the Throne wish list as well, which I am a part of Throne, so I like to have those. But I don't think you can ever say no to having your Amazon wish list available in some way, shape, or form. Especially around certain stuff, because I know different people have asked before, like, what's something that I can do, or how can I, you know, have fun in supporting you when it's your birthday or when it's your affiliate anniversary or when it's Christmas or stuff like that. So those are times to be able to share that. Soundstripe music, I haven't been using Soundstripe because if I remember correctly, it was DMCA free, but the issue with it was through the internet. It was through the internet, and I was trying to use an audio system that used as light effect on my system as possible. Part of that is I need to move on from Google Chrome. I need to transition away from Google Chrome, and I just haven't done that. So I need to get to a lighter browser, and then with that lighter browser, I need to maybe then I could use one like Soundstripe, because the issue is like right now I use Music Bee on my computer, which is straight from my computer, and it's the least taxing one of any kind of music source system that I've found on my computer, but it's limited based upon the music that I have, rather than having access to an enormous amount of DMCA free music, which like Soundstripe I would have a better capability of doing. So I really miss Pretzel and what Pretzel used to be, but they kind of phased me out. So I was a Pretzel affiliate and everything, and they phased you out if you didn't have the paid for system. It sucked. It became to where you had like one station anymore instead of having options. It was bad. But Spring Merch Store, that one's there until I get things handled with merch, which I haven't touched in a hot minute. I need to, because some of y'all have told me about like, dude, if you had a beanie or if you had a sweatshirt, I would totally buy it. And I need to make those, but I haven't. I still have my Spring store. I just haven't touched it in a hot minute. Stream avatars we talked about, I'm kind of putting that one on hold, but I do think that one would be fun to have. Stream closed captioner, I just got to refigure out. Well, actually, no, I think I was going to compare that, wasn't I? Yeah, to ultimate closed captions. And we were going to see which one we like more. So maybe one of these nights I can just be like, hey guys, and for like the first 2 to 3 minutes I can test out something like that. Be like, hey, we're gonna test out these two and which one's better real quick. Okay, we got that done. Let's get down to our previously scheduled program, right? And then I can delete the other one. Stream stickers, I've seen stuff about where you can throw stream stickers. You can put them on the stream. Is this worth having? Because like these are they're like putting stickers on the stream as compared to memes. I think it's a little bit different. I do think it's a little bit different. So part of me thinks that might be something to also have available. I have Streamlabs, the stream schedule and countdown, because it just looks nice. I do like the look of it. I used to have it and then I got rid of it forever once I switched to Stream Elements, but I have it back again because a lot of people were recommending it from last Monday when we spent time kind of visiting through what extension should you use on Twitch. So yeah. And then yeah, stream stickers. Like I said, I think I want to look into that more and possibly use that. The Streamlabs leaderboard. So, cheers, loyalty points. The issue is I don't really use Streamlabs. Yeah, so we're gonna uninstall that one because there's no need for it. I don't use Streamlabs, so it doesn't make sense. Stream loots. That's one I wanted to get back to, is stream loots and allowing you guys opportunities to be able to do that. So some of these are going to take time to actually get set up. And then suggestion box, we talked about the idea. I really like it. I used to have this, but never used it. I do think that this is a really good idea, and it can be like put out there for getting feedback, trying to improve streams or ask ideas or suggestions, stuff like that. All right, we got to close up shop here soon. Woo. Throne. I have wish lists through Throne, and then the Throne leaderboard. I'm not sure that I really need that, because this is based upon like who has bought me or who has done the Throne wish lists and stuff like that. I don't know. Sometimes with some of these leaderboards ones, I'm not a huge fan of, but I don't know. I feel like I need to hold it without knowing. Guys, do we need my Twitter timeline? My X timeline? I don't think I need it, do I? I mean, I kind of like the idea rather than just what I have right now. What I have right now is literally just a... Oh, right here. It just says Twitter. But if instead it had an actual, like, I would go dark mode probably, and you could see the last couple tweets and stuff, that actually seems kind of dope. I would have to log in and everything. I do kind of like that idea. I'd like to see if I'm able to do it and what it looks like. So I'll have to test that one out. And then timeout with bits. Okay, so Hilly, I know you and Red will enjoy this one. So the idea of this one, I would create some sort of understanding, some sort of limitation, but so this one you can pay you can time out a chatter with bits. So you can pay bits to time somebody out. Yeah. I thought this would be hysterical, and you guys would absolutely eat that thing up. So between viewers, the rock paper scissors bits, and timeout with bits, I think you guys would have a blast for that. Ultimate closed captions, that's comparing with stream closed captioner. I need to see which one works smoother, which one looks better. That'll be one of those ones where at the start of a stream we'll just be like, hey, we're gonna spend 5 minutes just testing these, and then we'll get back to it, kind of thing. So 100% you like that? I forget what I was going to look at there, but oh, and then this one I don't have anything with it yet, but I have access to it on my computer, and so I had thought about with voice modding to be able to have that available on stream as well as through my stream deck and stuff like that. So that's why I have that in there as one of them. And then your gaming profile. This one is kind of, I like the idea of this because this can connect with kind of some of the games we've played. Instead of listing, people can go and see what has been played, what we've currently playing. Like if we're looking at a specific game or stuff like that. It's kind of like GG app, which I use, but this one is obviously it's an actual extension on Twitch. So I don't know. Those are the list, I think. So crowd control, yes. Blurp and Tangia, I gotta compare a little bit more. Viewer attack, yes. Streamlabs countdown, yes. Rock paper bits, we like. And maybe that's kind of a thing where sometimes we have rock paper bits available in the chat. Sometimes we have timeout with bits available, stuff like that. I gotta compare the closed captions. I gotta test out some of these other ones. I don't have time to do it tonight, unfortunately, but yeah, I feel like I have a better understanding. I don't want to spend every Monday just, for 2 months just figuring out how I want to set up extensions and actually setting them up. But at the same time, I feel like I shouldn't be afraid to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like if I need to do that, and Monday nights are meant to be an hour-ish of doing stuff, like of setting stuff up, then what's this? Crowd click. Oh my goodness. The crowd click extension introduces 2 experiences, goal and battle, in which the viewer's shared objective is to click as fast as they can. Goal mode prompts viewers to work together to fill a meter and build hype in the stream by spam clicking a button. Battle mode pits viewers against each other by prompting users to choose one of 2 sides and spam click the side they favor. Wow. And that's purely clicking. Like there's no bit relation to that or anything. That's funny. So any thoughts on any of these, or any opinions on ones that we should? And obviously with like game stuff, like if I ever go back to playing, like I play Destiny 2 again, I can turn on a specific one to the game I play, right? I can always do that, but okay. What's this one? Oh, I'm never on long enough to worry about that. But anyway, chat. So tonight I went longer than I normally do on Monday nights, but we got through a good. I feel pretty good about that. Continuing to shape and formulate different things with streams, little pieces that I don't normally get to work on. We're doing them on Monday nights, and so feel good about this. I'll test some of these out. We might have to test a little bit of them. Like I said, maybe before, like at the start of a stream, maybe tomorrow, we spend like 5 minutes and I compare the closed caption ones and see if they easily set up, if they work, look good, that kind of stuff. But also maybe we test a couple of them next Monday to have them set up and see how they look. Because sometimes that's the only time I have to really work on some of that stuff. So I got to use it accordingly. But I will put a plan together. But I believe next Monday, I'm also going to be like, we'll do that a little bit. But I think, I don't know, maybe we'll clean up OBS a little bit and try to create some new scenes, shape some new scenes on OBS, or we'll try to set up some Stream Deck buttons to try and organize a Stream Deck approach, so we have transitions and buttons for use with scenes. Actually, so following that, I think I need to refresh and reset different scenes on OBS first, and then from there I can do the Stream Deck. I think that's got to be the way to do it. And then from there down the line, we can look at, oh hey, one of the extension pieces was about, I don't know, merch store. Hey, maybe one Monday night we're comparing different places for merch and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see. So, with that being said, I say grazie. Grazie, ladies and gentlemen, for being here tonight, being a part of the community, for being a part of the conversation. I look forward to having a good grasp of Stream Loots is another one about, like, I want to have stuff like that set up because that directly ties into streaming. Anyway, I look forward to actively having a good plan and use for things like that, so we can prioritize and we can look at how they can better affect community, chat, building, growing, all those kind of things down the line. But for tonight, I think it's almost time for bed. Appreciate you guys. God bless you. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, guys, on here live, 9:30. I aim for an hour on Tuesday nights, an hour of focused conversation, budget creator labs, talking about focusing on creating content to help young creators who are on a shoestring budget, sharing from my own experiences, and hopefully giving things that can help to think through and to prioritize and to set selves up for success. With that, Hilly, everyone else, good night. God bless. I'm out. I'm going to start snoring here soon.